Daf Yomi, Tractate Sanhedrin, page 103b, at the top of the page. Kuf Gimel Amid Beis, with the words Kibi Chashak Vafarateu Sagveyu Ki Chadash Yikraeni ve'enehu imo Anochi Batzara Chaltzeu Vachamnehu Orech Yamim Azviehu Varehu Yeshuati. Because he has desired me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Psalms 91:14-16. Amar Mishum Lakish, my dichti, Vaimana min Hashem Oram, Uzeroa Rama Tishaver, Mipnei Ma'ain Shel Shaim, Teluya Kevan Shinase Adam, Rash Milamata, Nase Rash Milamala. Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish says, what is the meaning of that which is written? And he will withhold their light from the wicked, and the high arm shall be broken. Job 38:15. For what reason is the letter ayin of the word Rishaim suspended slightly above the rest of the letters? I didn't know that. I know that it was. Can't tell from the text here. Okay, it says that, so apparently the letter ayin of the word Rishaim is suspended slightly above the rest of the letters. So he says it is suspended so that the word will read Rashi, meaning poor people. It means once a person becomes poor on earth below, and the number of his enemies grow, he becomes poor in heaven above, as he is certainly a sinner, and that is why he is hated. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of righteous people that are hated too. I mean, anyway, okay, let's continue. V'lo nichteve klal Yochanan v'Rabbi Elazar Chad Amar mipnei kivodo shel David Echad Amar mishum kivodo shel Nehemia ben Chachaliah. The Gemara challenges, if that is the meaning, let the ayin not be written at all, and let the verse just say Rashim. Rabbi Yochanan and Rabbi Elazar both explain why the ayin was not omitted. Why didn't it just say the word Rashim? Okay, 1 second here. So why wasn't it written just Rashim, it says? Rabbi Yochanan and Rabbi Elazar both explain why the ayin was not omitted. One says it was due to the desire to preserve the honor of David, who had numerous enemies below, despite the fact that he was a righteous person, and had a place in the world to come. And one says it was due to the desire to preserve the honor of Nehemia, the son of Chachaliah, who had numerous enemies below, despite his righteousness. Tanu Abanon. We learned in the Bible, Shoyne Chamisha Panim Soyos Koyanim Keneged Shnei Malchusoi Achav Shmoinim Chamisha Yerovam Meir Oshloisho. The sages taught in Brian Menashe, king of Judea, would study 55 different aspects in interpreting Torah Kohanim, the halachic midrash on Leviticus, corresponding to the years of his reign, indicating that he possessed great knowledge. Achav was greater and studied 85 aspects. And Jeroboam was greater still and studied 103 aspects. I wonder how they get that. Tanya. Hayari Meir Oimer of Shalom. Eno Chelek Loilam Habo. Shenemar V'Yaakov Esav Shalom V'Yamisuhu. V'Yakuhu V'Oilam Hazeh. V'Yamisuhu Loilam Habo. Tanya Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar Omer. Mishum Rabbi Meir. Achaz V'Achazia. כל מלכי ישראל שכתוב בהם ויעש הרע בעיני השם לא חיים ולא לידויני. It is taught in Hebraisa that Rabbi Meir would say Absalom has no share in the world to come. As it is stated, and they smote Absalom and they killed him. 2 Samuel 18:15. And they smote Absalom is referring to death in this world, while and they killed him is referring to death in the world to come. It is taught in the Hebraisa that Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar says, in the name of Rabbi Meir, Achaz and Achazia, kings of Judea, and all the kings of the kingdom of Israel, about whom it is written, and he did evil in the eyes of the Lord. See 1 Kings 15:34. Neither live in the world to come, nor are sentenced to Gehenna. So in some kind of limbo state. They're not in Gehenna and they're not in the world to come. They're just somewhere. V'gam dam naki shafuch shavach Menashe harbe mi'oid ad asher mileh et Yerushalayim peh לפה לבד מחטאתו אשר החטיא את יהודה לעשות הרע בעיני השם. הכה תרגימו שהרג ישעיהו במערב עמרי שעשות צלם מסעוי 1,000 בני אדם וכל יום ויום הורג את כולם. כמען אז לה הגם רבי בר בר חנה שכולה נשמה של צדיק אחד כנגד כל העולם כולו כמען דאמר ישעיה הרג. It is stated, and Menashe shed a great deal of innocent blood until he filled Jerusalem from one end to another. Peh lepeh. What it says? Yeah, peh lepeh. Beside his sin that he made Judea sin to do evil in the eyes of the Lord, 2 Kings 21:16. Here in Babylonia, they interpret the verse to mean that he killed the prophet Isaiah, see Avamot 49b. In the West, Eretz Yisrael, they say that Menashe crafted an idol so large that it was a burden requiring 1,000 people to carry it, and each and every day he would require them to carry it, which would kill all of them. The Gemara asks, in accordance with whose opinion is that which Rabbi Bar Chana says, the soul of one righteous person is equal in value to the entire world? It is in accordance with the opinion of the one who says he killed Isaiah. Okay. Ketiv pesel uchetiv pesilim. Rabbi Yochanan בתחילה עשה לו פרצוף אחד ולבסוף עשה לו 4 פרצופים כדי שתראה שכינה ותכעוס. It is written that Menashe crafted an idol, 2 Chronicles 33:7, and it is written that Menashe crafted idols, 2 Chronicles 33:19. It's written that Menashe crafted an idol in 2 Chronicles 33:7. And then it said idols in 33:19. Okay? Rabbi Yochanan said initially he crafted one face for the idol, and ultimately he crafted 4 faces for it, so that the divine presence would see it from each side and become angry. Okay? Forgot up and down. Anyway, אחז העמידו בעליו, שנאמר. ויעש המזבחו את אשר על הגג על יעש אחז וגומר מנשה העמידו בהיכל, שנאמר. וישם את פסל האשרה אשר עשה בבית אשר אמר השם אל דוד ואל שלמה בנו בבית הזה ובירושלים אשר בחרתי מכל שבטי ישראל אשים שמי לעולם. המון הכניסו לבית קודשי הקדושים, שנאמר כי קצר המצה מהסרטריה והמסכת צרב כהית כנס. Ahaz placed the idol in the upper chamber of the temple, as it is stated, and the altars that were on the roof of the upper chamber of Ahaz, 2 Kings 23:12. Menashe placed it in the sanctuary itself, as it is stated, and he set the graven image of the Asherah that he had crafted in that house, of which the Lord said to David and Solomon his son, in this house and in Jerusalem, which I have chosen from all the tribes of Israel, I put my name forever. 2 Kings 21:7. Ammon introduced it into the Holy of Holies, as it is stated, for the bed is too short for spreading, and the covering too narrow for when he gathers himself. Isaiah 28:20. Mikey Gatsara Mazemi Starea, Amar Shmul Barachmani, Amar Rabbi Yohanan, Ki Gatsara Hamatza Ze Melihistarea Ala, Shnei Rishaim Keecha. Mai behamesech tzara begomer Amar Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachmani Rabbi Yonatan ki havi matea lehai kra havi kabachi mi shekatav bo kones kaned mehayam teaseh lo masechat tzara. What is the meaning of the phrase "for the bed is too short for spreading"? Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachmani says that Rabbi Yonatan says that it means for his bed is too narrow for two colleagues to spread upon it together, as it is impossible that service of God and idol worship will coexist there. What is the meaning of the phrase "and the covering too narrow for when he gathers himself"? Kihit kanes. Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachmani says, when Rabbi Yonatan reached this verse, he would cry, "He about whom it is written, he gathers the waters of the sea like a rampart." Psalms 33:7, shall a graven image be a rival? Achaz bitel et avoida, yechasem es hatoyre. שנאמר צור תעודה חסום תודה בלימודי מנשה כדל את אזכרות והרס. Where were we? What is the meaning of the verse? For the bed is too short for spreading. Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachmani. Not sure where we left off here. Ammon introduced it to the Holy of Holies for the bed. We'll just go from here. I probably said this already, but let's do it again. אחז העמידו בעלייה, שנאמר, יסמין בחויז אשר על הגג עליית אחז וגומר. מנשה העמידו בהיכל, שנאמר, יסמין זה פסל אשר עשו בבייס. שאמר השם דוד לשלמה בנוי, בבייס הזה בירושלים אשר מכרתי לכל שבטי ישראל, עושים בשמי לעולם. אמן. הכניסו לבית קודשי הקדושים, שנאמר כי קוצר המצה מהיסטוריה והמסכת צורה כהיסכנס. Ahaz placed that idol in the upper chamber of the temple, as it is stated, and the altars that were on the roof of the upper chamber of Ahaz, 2 Kings 23:12. And Asher placed it in the sanctuary itself, as it is stated, and he set the graven image of the Asherah that he had crafted in that house, of which the Lord said to David and to Solomon his son, in this house and in Jerusalem, which I have chosen from all the tribes of Israel, will I put my name forever, 2 Kings 21:7. Ammon introduced it into the Holy of Holies, as it is stated, for the bed is too short for spreading, and the covering too narrow for when he gathers himself, Isaiah 28:20. My kikasa matzeh mistoya, Omer Shmuel bar Nachmani, Amar Yonatan, kikasa matzeh mistoya love. שני רעים כאחד. מאי והמסכת צרה לו, אמר רבי שמעון בר נחמני רבי יונתן, כי הווה מעתי להיקרא וקבחי. מי שכסו קודש מקנאת, תעשה לו מסכת צרה. What is the meaning of the phrase, for the bed is too short for spreading? Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachmani says, Rabbi Yonatan says, it means for his bed is too narrow for two colleagues to spread upon it together, as it is impossible that the service of God and idol worship will coexist there. What is the meaning of the phrase, and the covering too narrow for when he gathers himself? Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachmani says, when Rabbi Yonatan would reach this verse, he would cry, he about whom it is written, he gathers the waters of the sea like a rampart, Psalms 33:7. Shall a graven image be a rival? אחז ביטל את אבויתא וחסם את התורה, שנאמר צור תעודה, חסום תורה בלימודי. מנשה קדר את הסקרוס, והרס את המזבח. עמון שרף את התורה, והרס סבומיס על גבי המזבח. אחז התיר את הערווה. Menashe ba ala choisoi. Wow, these kings did some nasty things. These kings did some nasty things. So Ahaz nullified the temple service and sealed the Torah, prohibiting its study. As it is stated, bind up the testimony, seal the Torah among my disciples. Isaiah 8:16. Menashe excised the mentions of God's names from the sacred books and destroyed the altar. Ammon burned the Torah and sacrificed a gecko. An impure, creeping animal upon the altar. Whoa, like a lizard. He sacrificed a lizard on the altar. It's nasty. Ahaz permitted engaging in sexual intercourse with forbidden relatives, and announced that marriage between those relatives is permitted. Menashe exploited the pronouncement and engaged in sexual intercourse with his sister. Ammon ba'al imo, shne'emar ki hu Ammon hier ba'ashma. Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Elazar, Chad amar shesarav es ha'torah, אחד אמר שבא על אימוי, אמרה לא אימו, כלום יש לך הנה ממקום שיצא ממנו? אמר לה, כלום אני עושה, אלא להכיס את בורי. Wow. That's crazy. And how would the Talmud know, how would they know that he did? I mean, it's just, it says Ammon engaged in sexual intercourse with his mother, as it is stated, but Ammon increased his guilt, 2 Chronicles 33:23, indicating he performed a greater and more disgraceful transgression than anyone else. Rabbi Yochanan and Rabbi Elazar disagreed about his transgression. One says that he burned the Torah, and one says that he engaged in sexual intercourse with his mother. His mother said to him, do you have any pleasure by engaging in intercourse from the place from which you emerged? He said to her, I am doing this only to express insolence to my Creator, not for my pleasure. That's crazy. That's messed up. So he basically raped his mother, more or less. He raped his mother. That's insane. Wow. כי עשייה כמאמר כמה אלוהי ידע על גזוי. כלומר צריכן אלוה אירוי. יש לנו זהב פרוויים שאנו משתמשים בו. יטול אורו. אמרו לו, ואלו כסף וזהב שלו הוא, שנאמר לי הכסף ולי הזהב נאמר השם צבאוס. אמר להם, כבר נשאנו לנו, שנאמר, השמיים שמם השם, והארץ נתן לבני אדם. When Jehoiakim came along and reigned, he said, my predecessors did not know how to express insolence to God. They did not know how to express insolence to God. Do we need God even for His light? Since we have Parvayim gold that we use that shines, let God take His light in the world. They said that. I mean, these guys are dumb. Are they dumb? I mean, or does this actually happen? I don't know. He said to him, aren't the silver and the gold his, as it is stated? The silver is mine and the gold is mine, says the Lord of hosts. Haggai 2:8. Jehoiakim said to them, He has already given it to us. As it is stated, the heavens are the heavens of the Lord, but the earth He has given to the children of men. Psalms 115, verse 16. Amar le Rabba bar Mari. לפני מה לא אמרנו את יהויקים, משום דכסיבי, ביתר דברי יהויקים מתעבודה, אשר עשה, ונמצא עליו מאי, ונמצא עליו, רבי יוחנן ורבי אלעזר, אחד אמר, שחקק שם עבודתו על אמתו. That's crazy. He tattooed his wiener. That's what he did. אחד אמר שחקק שם שמיים על אמתו. Rava said to Rav bar Mari, for what reason did the Tanaim not enumerate Jehoiakim among the kings who have no share in the world to come? One would imagine that he has no share in the world to come because it is written concerning him and the rest of the acts of Jehoiakim and his abominations that he did, that which was which was found on him. 2 Chronicles 36:8. The Gemara explains what is the meaning of the phrase and that which was found on him. Rabbi Yochanan and Rabbi Elazar disagree. One says that he etched the name of idols on his wiener due to his devotion to them, which is totally insane. He tattooed his wee with names of idols. And one says that he etched the name of heaven on his dong in display of contempt. Okay. Amar le, b'melach lo shemati, b'yidod shemati, b'tima lo mano es micha, b'pnei shepitom etzuya lo de'dorachim, shenemar kol ha'oiv v'shad el ha'leviim. Rabba bar Mari said to Rava, with regard to the list of kings, I did not hear why Jehoiakim was excluded. But with regard to the list of commoners, I heard why a certain sinner was excluded. For what reason did the Tanaim not enumerate Micha among those with no share in the world to come? After all, he crafted idols that the Jewish people worshipped. See Judges chapter 17. It is due to the fact that his bread was available for passerby, as he stated, and those who passed by the Levites, he would provide sustenance and to all hosted in his house. ועבר בים צור בים גלים בים גלים בים גלים בים גלים בים גלים. You know what? I'm just going to do part B. I like to keep it under 25 minutes.